Good morning everyone, I hope you're well. This is CoinsKid. Bitcoin absolutely teared it up yesterday, new all-time high, price discovery. It's dropping back now on some support there, guys. We are looking like we're just holding this support here, so I'm going to drop some fibs on it in a minute. But what I want to say to you is that we are still potentially looking at this cup and handle pattern here, guys, which will push us up to 73k up there. Okay, you can see that our inverse head and shoulders pattern, which we played off this neckline just there, that played out to a T. Okay, like I said to you, you don't always just shoot there, but eventually you do end up getting there, guys. So that's a fantastic trade. And don't forget that we have got the trade set up on Ethereum as well, but actually I think that actually made its target yesterday as well, so it's all good. The targets are playing out, guys. So now we'll just look at the levels going forward and where potential support and movement is for Bitcoin. We currently, I can drop this target out now, guys, because we actually made that inverse head and shoulders target, and that was from this line down here, and that was at the time we said we could go long and go to the beach, and that was a 17% trade on Bitcoin. So that was a fantastic trade, guys, for those that you took it on Bitcoin. So yeah, onwards and upwards for Bitcoin, guys. It's really good. The fact that Bitcoin's busting out and making these highs shows that we are still in an uptrend. We are still in this bull market. People fear that we're not. And like I said to you in numerous videos, guys, we're on the cusp. We're on the cusp of this bull market. We're probably a couple of cycles in. And we've probably got a couple of cycles left, guys, so it's all good. It's all good. We're targeting a whopping 100k plus Bitcoin towards a few months, guys, but that's not a financial advice. It's just something that we're targeting on the channel. Right, so just diving in right now then, guys, we can see we've met this head and shoulders. We'll drop this line out now because that's not needed. We can drop this line out now. Just tidy our chart up, guys. That's what we do. We can drop that inverse head and shoulders out. Remember this line, we'll retain this line, guys, because this could act as a really good support line moving forward. It's a bit of a trend line now that the price has hugged to and found support on this trend up. Okay, so since we broke out that previous all-time high down there at 20k, so just moving forward then you can see we can drop, well, we potentially leave this line here because it's a little bit of support in this upwards trend here, guys, so we could potentially leave that in. But I think that worst case scenario, you probably will just see us pull back to these 20 EMAs, guys, which we always target on the 4-hour time frame here on the channel. So we'll drop the inverse head and shoulders target out. That was a fantastic target that was met on Bitcoin. So yeah, it's all good, guys. But as you can see, as always we say on this channel, you can see that the price action has got a little bit far away from the 20 EMA, especially on the 4-hour time frame, guys, and you know it always does tend to pull back to that. So we may be looking at a slight correction down to that 20 EMA over the next few hours to a couple of days, guys. But what I want to do is just bring up the fib levels on this for now, on the 4-hourly time frame here, guys. So we'll just bring out the fibs on this. You can see from the previous, that was the corrective, that was the impulsive wave, that was a corrective wave down here, guys, and we did bottom out. That was that wick down there that we bought up, and we had that massive impulsive wave there that just took us up over a couple of days to the new highs, and you can see we have topped out there. So we will drop off fibs just to see where potential levels of support is going forward. Obviously we've got the EMA creeping up here, guys, so that's something to keep an eye on. We may come back down and bounce off that. We may even now, because we're in such a strong trend for Bitcoin, we may even come back and just bounce off this 0236, and then failing that, target these levels here, guys. But if we was to get a pullback to the 0618, the golden ratio here, guys, that would be perfectly healthy. We could see that pullback there, just down towards this EMA there, retest it as support. You can see that it does it on the way up in this, you know, just there is potentially a very similar pattern to what we're looking at, where we had that little pullback there to the EMA and it caught up with itself. So effectively you could be looking at a pullback to the 0618, guys, and then another takeoff up to a new impulsive wave, which is our target up there. So what could a target be then? Well, this was quite a large impulsive wave. It was making price discovery, which probably potentially pushed it up even further. So let's just say, as a, you know, as a guesstimate, we will just move off that bottom fib then, say that this is the correction that we're seeing now, and it does go down to the 0618, so we could move it up to the 0618 there, guys, if we come down that far. So potentially you could be looking at another impulsive move after this correction up towards that level there at 64k, guys, over the next couple of days on Bitcoin there. So that's a good target to have, and that's a 4 hourly time frame. You can see we've got this support line here, so we'll keep that in for now, because we could fail down, we could get rejected at these levels and come back down, and as long as we don't break this support line now, because that's a really strong support line going forward for Bitcoin. Okay, so it's just something to keep an eye on for Bitcoin, guys. Failing that, you have got your support lines down here. You've got the previous high there, you've got that previous high, and then you've got these highs here as well, and they would act as support moving if we was to fall down, guys. And obviously keep an eye on our EMA levels there. You may see us push down, fall through the 20 and just bounce off the 55, which is normal, guys. Anything's around the corner with Bitcoin. You know it can correct at any point, guys. You know, it's so volatile and indecisive sometimes, but the fact that we are making these highs, it's fantastic, guys. It's fantastic. So albeit a continuation trend where we just come and test these fibs and we push on to that level up there, guys. Just got to jump into the Ethereum chart right now, guys. So you know, on the Ethereum chart, guys, we've kind of met a target up there. We wicked right up there. You see that, guys? So we have again met our target of the inverse head and shoulders just at the same point as when Bitcoin did. So we can drop that target out now, guys. That was a great trade there. For those that you took that trade on Ethereum from the breakout of this inverse head and shoulders here, up to that point there, that was a whopping 22% trade on Ethereum, guys. And we did say that you could potentially just long and go to the beach, and you can see that if you'd have longed it at that point, it never ever came back down to test your stop loss. So that was a fantastic trade. You could potentially close that trade now or leave it open. It's entirely up to yourself, because we do have this target up here, guys, out of this cup and handle up there, $2,430, guys, up there. That's that cup and handle formation. And don't forget that once we break this cup and handle formation, we will come to this trend line, potentially back testing it, creating another handle, creating another trend line just there, guys, and then potentially another cup and handle. So we'll keep an eye on that, because we do have that target, long-term target up there of 3,000. You know, that's if we can see into the future that much, guys. So the fact that we are making these targets, guys, is really good and really strong moving forward. So just like I said to you, you may see Ethereum push through this neckline and then back test it as support. And you can see that we didn't quite come back to that level of support there, guys. We did come back, but not to the neckline. We may still come back to that neckline, guys, just so you know, just to make you aware. But we do seem to be picking up a little bit there today. We have bounced off that support level there. As you can see, it's acted as support over there, and it's acting as support here as well, guys. So it's really good. So effectively, our 74% go long and go to the beach trade is still doing really well, guys. We could say that if you'd have took that trade, I think we opened it just down there, potentially at the moment, given that price action, you're currently 8% up. So if you leveraged that, you would be 80% up if you took a 10x leverage. So that's pretty good. You've almost doubled your investment already, guys. Not financial advice, but it's looking good. It's looking good for the long-term target there of Bitcoin up at 2,330 off his cup and handle, guys. So that's Ethereum. What we'll do here, we'll take a quick look at the hourly chart, guys, for Ethereum. I know the chart's a bit messy. I'll try and tidy this up. So at the moment, we can just look at it and try and target. This is an hourly time frame here, guys. Yeah, so we'll just target some fib levels going forward. So you can see that that was the bottom there, and that was the top. And you can see that Ethereum is so strong that it's actually moved up in this impulsive wave here, and it's come back, obviously, as it always does, correct, but it looks to be testing off the 20 EMA on the hourly time frame and the 236. That's a really strong trend, guys. We formed this bullish cross here on the hourly time frame here, guys. Again, if you're looking to trade in and out, zoom in. If you're looking to go long or just, you know, take it day by day or slowly, a couple of days by a couple of days, and zoom out, guys, on your charts. So yeah, we're looking really strong in this impulsive wave. We may correct even more. I don't want to, you know, disillusion you. You may see us fall below this 20 EMA and come down and test the 55. Failing that, I'd be targeting the golden pocket there at 1806. But that would actually see us fall below the neckline of this cup and handle, and we don't want that. That is still a potential play. Just because we've broken out the cup and handle doesn't mean that we can't come back into the neckline of it, guys. That's not unheard of. But the fact is, we are showing strong signs of an uptrend here for Ethereum. It looks really, really strong. And in my opinion, not financial advice, but it looks a lot stronger than Bitcoin, in my opinion, going forward. I do think Bitcoin will make them highs, but you can see from our breakout, we were up 25% on Ethereum and we're up 17% on Bitcoin. So there's a difference between them at the moment. So Ethereum's got a lot of steam in it, a lot of steam, a lot of power. So definitely keep an eye on that, guys. So if we was to see a massive major impulsive move, which I don't think we'll see a similar sort of impulsive move as this, I think that this impulsive move here was as big as this because Bitcoin broke that all-time high, okay, and then it just money flooded into the market, which seen as have this big candle here, okay. So I wouldn't be expecting a massive impulsive move as big as that, guys, but what we'll do, we'll move it off the 0618, okay, because that's potentially where it could fall to. If not, that is potentially the healthy correction where it should have fell to, and then we can see where potentially the next impulsive wave is. So we know that that level there is our golden ratio, so we're going to move this up. So we could be looking at another impulsive wave up to that level, which is our all-time high, guys. So we could see on the next impulsive wave, guys, over the next couple of hours, not couple of hours, couple of days, if you're not from the UK, couple means two. So from here, a big impulsive wave and take out our high, our all-time high on Ethereum. So that's really positive for Ethereum on the hourly time frame there, guys. I'm just going to look at Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So Ethereum versus Bitcoin on the 4-hourly, you can see that we have formed this pretty solid double bottom here, guys, which is always indicative of a trend reversal. We did pick up a little bit and we came out of this resistance zone, this support zone. We have fell down a little bit again against Bitcoin, but we do seem to be bouncing off this level of support here, guys. So definitely keep an eye on that. We did paint a bearish cross there, which obviously seen as pushed down. Hopefully we get this bounce now where we can pick up and then start to move up against Bitcoin and see that alt season versus Bitcoin in the alts there, guys. Just looking at the MACD there, guys. Taking a look at the MACD, you can see we performed that bullish cross there on the MACD as well, and we are pushing up. So potentially we're coming down, just testing this level of support here before we see another bounce up. Get through these EMAs. You can see where we got rejected off, guys. We got rejected off the EMA, the 20 EMA. We hit our head on that ceiling there, guys. So we do need to get above that primarily. We need to push through that with power, with volume. Get through that, then get through the 55 on the 4-hourly time frame versus Bitcoin, and then we could potentially move up and start making those highs for Ethereum and claiming getting some sats back against Bitcoin as well, guys. So that's just Ethereum versus Bitcoin. It's looking relatively healthy for a reversal, guys. Just going to jump onto ADA now, guys. So with Cardano, with that big push for Bitcoin there, it did push up, but it just got rejected off this level here. You see, guys, it did say as you move up, target these levels here as resistance. We had that massive wick up there. You know, we thought we were going to get that big impulsive move back up to that level there to take out that high on that swing high there, but obviously it didn't work and it got rejected and it fell back down. So at the moment, you know, it is under a level of consolidation. I think if we was to bring up the weekly time frame, I think if we was to bring up the daily time frame, you would see that we are really far away from that 55 EMA, guys. And you know, in the channel, we do like to see a test of that, especially in an uptrend on a crypto project there, guys. So basically at the moment you can see we are being suppressed by this 20 EMA. When this does this is a level of suppression and it just keeps pushing us down. As you can see, we just keep hitting our head on this EMA, on this 20 EMA, guys, trying to get up, hit on our head, hit on our head, hit on our head. We followed suit with the crypto world and pushed through the EMAs there, potentially going up, but we obviously got rejected off these fib levels here, guys. You've seen a bit of resistance, a bit of support, a levels of support as we came down through these fib levels. We are bouncing off a 0786 and toying with this sort of level now. It would be nice to see us push up there. Failing that, I did say to you, if we was to lose this level here, guys, then I would be looking at these levels here as potential targets for buy zones and reaccumulation, and probably some levels of consolidation for Cardano. So you may see us come down and lose this $1.03, come back down, and then you may see us hover around here for a bit doing something like this, and failing that, then you may see us come back down. And I do believe that that's roughly where the 55 EMA is on the daily time frame. It's probably moved up a little bit now, so we will take a look at that, guys. You can see it has creeped up above our target, and we did say that it would creep up with the price as well. So potentially, you know, you could see us break down more and just test this level there, this 55. And you know what, guys, that's perfectly healthy. It's not bearish at all. It's not a downtrend. It's just a level of retest of support in a continuation trend. You can see, like in this trend here, we formed this bullish cross, we went up, we bounced back down. You can see we started to test the EMA, and then we went up again and we back tested it, and we just back test the 55 there as a level of support, just as a level of confirmation that we are still in this uptrend, and that's perfectly healthy, guys. And in my video a few weeks ago, I did say that potentially that was on the cards. We were looking at a blow off top, and then potentially we could come down to these levels and test these EMAs here, guys. So this correction down to here is not out of the question for Cardano. We may see it fall further down to these levels. Just test this 55 EMA, and then you'll be looking at something like this, guys. You'll be just looking at a repeat pattern of what happened here way back in December, before we take fuel, before we refuel, touching the 55 EMA, and then we're off again. I do like to say that what it is, when we come down to this 55 EMA, all we're doing is refueling the boosters so we can go again. And you will see that in many projects, guys. A healthy retest, a blow off top, fall through the 20 EMA. Sometimes, if it's a really strong uptrend, you will see us just bounce off the 20 EMA there with continuation. But other times you will see us fall through that and then bounce off the 55, guys. Worst case scenarios, we fall through the 55 and then we fall further. Then that would be really bearish. But we'll target those levels as we come to it. But you know, this is crypto. We could get some news about Cardano and something comes out and it just takes off again, guys, and breaks those, goes through all them fib levels there, takes them all out, and then pushes up to this higher. It's very unfortunate because Cardano was looking really strong. It was almost printing that 4-hour bullish cross there, and then obviously that got rejected and it's just pushed it down even further. Just looking at the 4-hour again, you can see we've got that bearish cross there. We did almost form that bullish cross there, which took us up, guys, but then we had another correction in Bitcoin, unfortunately, dragged us down, and we started to claw back, but now we are being suppressed again by this 20 EMA there, under the 55 EMA, which is a very bearish sign, guys. So what we need to do is just target these levels here, guys, as support, these levels here, and then hopefully get a bounce off them and push up. So that's all I can say on ADA at the moment. It's just basically a level of consolidation, guys. If you look at Wyckoff reaccumulation, basically that's what we're looking at here. Just a couple of weeks of just going sideways, reaccumulation, test these support levels before we push on again. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that video today, guys. I'm going to do the update video on the 3 dogs, and you'll see that soon. Please smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, and happy Mother's Day to everyone in the UK. Cheers, bye bye.